Welcome. Hello. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I, Enchantress, the Babble, on our evolutionary, revolutionary rise of high that is happening at this moment, right now, here, in this moment, right now, here, in this moment, right now, here, right now. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here with me. So, we are on some, limited time. So I'm just gonna pretty much just tap in, turn on, tune in, do my little intro spin because I can and I will, and if not me, then who, and if not now, then when? That type of thing, my friends, right? So, welcome to Enchantress the Babbler. I am whimsically delicious. And way the fuck out there, okay? All my content here is mana. It is mana for your mind, body, heart, and soul, wholeness, frequencies, and vibrations, right? I use various divination tools because I want to, not because I have to, and not because I need to either. For those of you new here, I am a lifetime transcendentalist and do not know my life without my connection to spirituality and divination. What does that mean? That means since I can motherfucking remember, right? Going back way in time, 2-3 years old, for a long motherfucking time, right? I've been reading, channeling since I was a little girl, which is over 35 plus years ago, over 40, I can say, right? I do not need the cards to see nor to divine, right? I do not need the cards to see nor to divine, but I love using them, right? I love using them. I love using them. I love using them because they speak to me in ways that, sorry, one half fell. They speak to me in ways that I just, I'm here to articulate, right? So, welcome. This is Mystic Mana and spiritual guidance at its most divinest, finest. I am here for your evolutionary, revolutionary prosperity and success, right? This channel is all about energy management, alchemy, and solutions with solutions from a whimsical perspective, plus so much more. Every video is freestyled, meaning we go unscripted, we're uplifted. This is a channel. Once I start flowing through, you know how it be. Enchantress the Babbler be me, right? Right. So every video is freestyled as we dive deepest seas. These are the deepest seas. If you find yourself up in here, wow, wow, you is deep, beautiful soul, right? So eat them on a whole, even if you must eat it in parts. I have short videos, long videos, mini videos, entertainment videos, evolutionary videos. Either way, high frequency videos. All of them are high frequency, evolutionary, right? There's light code activations for those that find themselves here. So I'm excited to be here. I am thankful for those of you that tap in, turn on, tune in. I'm thankful for those of you that find resonance here. When you continue to find the guidance that you need, the evolution that you seek, and the wisdom that you need to be all that you can be, right? Beautiful. So if you've been tapped in, turned on, tuned in, that's why I say watch all my videos. I keep talking about like all this Mercury retrograde stuff. So I looked into it, folks. I looked into it. So this is going to be our Mercury in retrograde video because although it is not here yet, it is in its post shadow and it shows. It shows, like even me with that, like thinking of the word Renaissance. Oh, I'm saying it now, but either way. Yeah, so get comfortable. Thank you so much for being here. There is going to be a new playlist added to my playlist where it's going to include short videos, all my short videos for those that are busy alchemist bees on their awesome sprees of galactic deeds, and sometimes don't have the opportunity or the time to dive in, tap in, turn on, tune in for such long durations, periods of time. Although I do say watch it in parts, pause wherever it is that you left off, and when you come back, continue watching it wherever you left off. You know what I mean? Or even listen to it before going to sleep or while driving and let it seep into your subconscious. You know what I mean? Either way, Alchemistic Poetess BI. You could also find me on TikTok, Alchemistic Poetess, that is my name. You can find me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. You can follow over there and you can subscribe over there for exclusivity and some more personality. Yeah, definitely more personality, but personalization. It's DIY strategy to get you into your alchemize and your align in magnificent, wonderful quantum ways that are evolutionary, revolutionary in every single kind of way, right? There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of content already over there for you, waiting for you. Once you walk through that portal door to give me more, you're gonna be like, roar, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is so great, right? All the material, all the content, all the things you need to find, right? Because there's something for everybody. And when you are a new subscriber over there, I tap in, turn on, tune in with you with care, and then we start putting out stuff for you over there too, right? And so it goes out there collective. So we got a nice little beautiful little growing family over there. So if you definitely want to tap in, turn on, tune in, that's the place to be, because there's a lot of wonderful things for you over there, including printables, recipes, creations, rituals, tarot oracles, behind the scenes, inside scoops, like it's just so much stuff that truly is awesome. That's all I have to say. You know what I mean? So here we are in our kind of way, right? So Mercury is retrograding, right? Because it's that time of year again, period, right? So it's going to be retrograding, although this message when you receive might not be there yet. We're pre-shadow. I get the pre and the post. Post is after Mercury has gone bye-bye, and we're in the pre-shadow. Sorry for my language over here, right? We're in the pre-shadow, but either way, Mercury goes retrograde August 23rd, right? Some of you might have a birthday on August 23rd, right? And it's going to be Mercury will be retrograding from August 23rd to September 14th. Remember, take all of this as conditioned. You could, it's like sands in your hands, right? Like this is just for help in your human progression, but we are souls having a human experience, so don't hold so tightly to all of this kind of stuff. This is just to make it evolutionary and fun and interesting, and how it connects as we connect the dots. We're like on this like explorer page, right? We're exploring our own pages, and we're burning sage at the same time as we go through these pages, right? So either way, so here the humans have woken up to the cosmic phenomenon that we experience, and we call it Mercury retrograde, right? So what do we need to do during these kind of times? We need to clear our intentions and focus our mind, right? Because it could be a round of boxing that can go when Mercury retrograde takes place in the sign, and this time it's going to be in the sign of Virgo. So some of you might have Virgo in your chart, or see which placements Virgo where it is in your chart, right? And so, but think about it like that. That's actually pretty favorable, right? In terms of, because Mercury is at home in the sign of Virgo, right? Virgo naturally governs Mercury, right? So our planet of communication and intellect begins this retrograde in its comfort zone. So okay, right? So that's good. So the mercurial kind of themes that we have and stuff like that for Mercury retrograde, right, is our communication, our intellectualization, and our intellectual, and our our intellectualization with our communication and the delivery of our articulation. Did you get that? Did I lose it? Are you still here, right? So, right, talking flowers plus the caterpillar, right? So we're talking flowers, we're blooming, we're grooming, we're glowing. We're growing, we're knowing, we're asking the right questions. Eat me cake or drink me bottle, right? You're eating, you're drinking, you're part of it. You're participating, right? You're participating. And then we have here the walrus. We're going to look that up, right? And the carpenter, and we're making things nice. We're creating the atmosphere that which we create. He took his vorpal sword in hand. So your sword of truth, you're walking in your sword of truth in hand. And this is a good place to be in this Mercury in retrograding, right? So here we are, right? So it's in its comfort zone. We got these important themes that are coming up, right? And we have this understanding now. We have this newer understanding, this newer evolution, this newer relationship that's coming to the forefront with ourselves. And now we have this Virgo methodical type of energy that steps in, urging us to be more meticulous and perceptive, which is key, goal oriented in mind. Because as we carpet, right? The carpenter, right? What do carpenters do? They create things. It's my phone. I don't want to. Oh my gosh! But you know what I mean? Don't they like fix things and make things and build things and shit like that, right? Like, listen, I'm not trying to throw light. That's art. A carpenter is an artist. All I know, I just want to see what it says. Hold on. Carpenters, duties, or whatever, right? A carpenter will cut and install wood, plastic, aluminum, fiberglass, or drywall using tools such as hammers, chisels, saws, drills, and sanders. They will then join everything together using nails, screws, and other materials such as adhesives. Carpenters will also install doors, windows, and cabinets. They build things. You build things. So we're in this building stage, right? In your truth, though, right? In this truth, right? You're in this sword of truth. You got your sword of truth in your hand, and it's in the night energy, right? Take up the sword. It's like the Excalibur, right? Sword is like the sword of the stone. You took the sword out of the stone, right? And now it's like blazing, right? So with Mercury in retrograde and Virgo, right? You got precision is key. It's like finer tuning. And what better sign than to have like for the precision, because they're meticulous with details. If you have Virgo in your chart, I have Virgo on my chart. In Western astrology, my Virgo is rising. In Vedic astrology, my rising is Leo, so Virgo Leo, either way. So you can find out what yours too, but either way, Virgo symbolizes purity, right? Purification, perfection, right? The meticulous, directing our attention towards refining, the refinement of certain kind of things, right? So this retrograde is shedding light on areas where we've cluttered our days and conversations and activities that don't add value or support. And so here we are, right? We're finer tuning the things that that we need to, right? And because we're creating the place we want. So this is like building a home from scratch. Building a home from scratch, right? Building a home from scratch. See, and then building a home from scratch. And the walrus, spirit animal, embodies family ties and friendship. It appears as a reminder to stay close and care about the people you love and who give you affection equally. Surround yourself with the individuals you strive to be every day. Those to whom the warrior spirit animal comes to are people who don't like change, right? So we were talking about that in the other videos too, like fixed signs being challenged by change, right? But here we go, right? So hold on. Right? And walrus is also a symbol of abundance, right? So right, the walrus is a fascinating creature revered for centuries by the Native American tribes of the North. Symbolically, the walrus is associated with strength, resilience, communication, and adaptability. Right? But he's like a sword of truth. Right, here we go with the walrus. These characteristics are believed to be essential for survival in the harsh Arctic environment, right? And we're in such harsh environments. And so you've had to build this thick skin about you, right? In this harsh environment. So some tribes see the walrus as a symbol of transformation and change, major transformation and change happening, while others view it as a carrier of wisdom and knowledge. And it's like, here you are with your wisdom and knowledge, right? And so now we have Mercury retrograding, right? And there's other retrogrades because we have the Venus in retrograde, right? And so, and then we also have it aligning with Uranus and Jupiter, right? Well, it forms an opposition to Neptune as well, right? But the trine to Uranus and Jupiter is favorable in at least astrology. You get what I'm saying? And depending on where you are in your state of evolution, for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, you've been doing the work. So there's greatness to be expected from this, right? So the trine, right, is favorable, and the opposition to Neptune, Piscean energy, prompts us to consider both sides of the story and explore alternatives, like the fish swimming in opposing directions, right? So it's a unique cosmic setup, right? And then Mercury retrograde comes around the corner and it's like, we got so much potential here to really get shit done. Be very precise. Finer tune carpentry, like finer tune that which we are creating, because we know what we want now too. And the more that we know what we want and the more that we do what we must, the more clearer and precise we're getting in the vision of our goals that you're setting for yourself, right? And it's just like, okay, that's good, right? Because now when you're taking risk, you're taking calculated risk, right? Which gives you the green light, right? Because there's a clearer trajectory out there for you, right? In the seeking of the change that you have for yourself right now. And so it's great, right? Because Uranus is all about rebellion and stuff like that, and Jupiter is also known to be rebellion too, right? But it's about the innovation, right? Percolating, and the stuff that you're getting percolating in the creation, and you got to build that traction, right? So it's building the trash can. It's building the trash, cleaning it up, right? But that's not what I'm saying, right? But either way, right? So it's like these drastic decisions, right? That is going down. We're finer tuning certain kind of things, right? So it's now also following the spark of inspiration that is information, that is our creative nation, that is coming out of nowhere. So these epiphanies, these ideas, right? So you probably have a lot of ideas right now. You got a lot of things going on. And then over here, I had the 10 of Pentacles too, right? So we have this 10 of Pentacles type of, oh shit, hold on. Sorry guys, you know how I go. Sorry, it was about to tell you Mercury retrograde. It was not charging, and so I was about to die at the computer, and I'm like, wow, hold up. But either way, so like even here, like with this 10 of Pentacles, right? We're thinking about security, we're thinking about our abundance, we're thinking about lasting happiness, right? So it's safe and comfortable, this environment. This safe, and to make a move, it's safe and secure to make your next move, right? Right, where they're playing here with the chess and stuff like that. So there's heaps of potential, right? Like with this setup with this Mercury retrograde type of energy too, right? So it's like, okay, so now we can tap into our intuition more deeply due to Neptune's influence up in this department, right? We have the chance to embrace, right? And this new moon Leo type energy, right? Fearlessly, with excitement, venturing into the realm of uncertainty. But there's a leveling of abundance and lasting happiness happening here, right? Because the 10 of Pentacles always represents the culmination, right? The culmination of everything that is inherent, right? In the suit, right? It's the buildup, it's the progression, it's the buildup, it's having gone through all of that and you're here. It's the marking, it indicates, right? It's about feeling comfortable with who you are and what you have reached in this stage of being, to enjoy life to the fullest, right? Whatever that means for you. So it's like a sense of both material and emotional security, and being able to make the next strategy, the move with precision here, wonderfully, effortlessly supported too by your partner or your family or those that are closest, nearest, and dearest to you, right? Because when they say Mercury in retrograde and all this kind of stuff, it's not a time to make such drastic decisions and all this kind of stuff, but it's the meticulousness and the precision of the moves that you're making now with the wisdom that you have gained from, wow, life and all its experiences. So Mercury retrograde, you're starting to see, don't affect you like everybody, like, oh my God, no, the most you're going to be doing is stuttering, you know, tripping over your words. You know what I'm saying? But this is an excellent time to sit that which what you to sit with the next move, like these chess pieces that they're playing, to sit with that next move, right? To sit with it, reflect on it, right? During this retrograde, to reflect upon the next moves you make. Because after it ends, create a game plan. So this is the game plan, right? This way you can incorporate every fresh step every fresh concept with a fresh new step, right? And you can implement them safely into your life. right? Because the next full moon that comes is going to be in Pisces, I believe. And that's opposite Mercury, right? Because Virgo and Pisces are polar opposites too. So that's going to also shine a light on what kind of alignment we need and what we need to do to let go of whatever that is that we must let go of in order to progress and move forward into whatever unknown territory, but trusting and having faith. That definitely watch all my videos, because this is all progressive. I feel like this is all like just like, you know, progressiveness, right? Which is dope. So either way, right? So because Venus is retrograde in Leo now, right, too, right? So it's referred to, right, the planet goes from an evening star to a morning star, right? Which is visible at dusk, right? From an evening star, and a morning star visible right before dawn, right? So it's this time, this optimal time to put old storylines, old love stories, old ways of thinking to bed, and waking up with a fresh new energy for romance, for your passions, for your career, for that what you want to create, and all this kind of stuff, right? Not needing to dump things on anything or anyone, right? But to bring something newer to the table, having with such precision, because you're the carpenter now. And you're adding a certain level of passion and playfulness and courage, right, at this time, because we got that new moon too in Leo energy, in this Venus in retrograde in Leo type energy as well, right? But you're the carpenter, you're here. And then we got Mercury in retrograde helping you to fine tune with precision and this walrus type spirit animal energy to yeah, that is good. The March hare. And what I'm hearing even here, right, with the March hare, it's like marching, look at, with bandages and everything. They got bandages, and it's just like after being in war, after being hurt, after being like disheveled, I don't know, disabled, right? You're marching, right? You're marching to the tune of your own drums, right? You're beating your see what I mean? That's how it's gonna be affecting you, right? In a funny kind of way, like just a funny kind of like, oh my god, let me get my speech into type of alignment type of shit, right? But either way, right? It's about communicating. It's marching to the beat of your own drum. There you go. Marching to the beat of your own drums with knowledge and wisdom, because you've attained that. It is not that, oh my gosh, like, nah, you earned that, like you worked for that, like you got that, like nobody could take that from you, right? So you're hearing your truth, right? Walking which way that you're eating and you're drinking and you're living and you're breathing, and you're like, okay, right? Because you're the caterpillar, right? Talking, you're blooming, you're also the flowers, right? But you're the carpenter of your life now, creating that which needs to, right? So this signal, right, that gets all scrambled with Mercury in retrograde, right? It's just revealing places where we need to maybe hit a pause, reconsider, review, right? We go back to those words: review, rewind, reconnect, right? Revise, right? The prefix, that's what we're going to be using here in this type of mentality of growth and stuff like that, while working on our wellness, right? And Virgo is focused. So it's all about right now, right? It's all about getting organized, setting up systems, right? Simplifying, right, our lives, right? Reducing our stress, right? And so that's what's ready to pop off, right? Because here you have, right, with this 10 of Pentacles type of energy, right? Oh, sorry. Let me just drop this. With this 10 of Pentacles, right? The 10 of Pentacles too, like when you're looking at it from a desirable perspective, right? It symbolizes the desire to create something permanent, to create something permanent, so permanent in our lives, right? Signifying a strong urge for our own stability, right? Our own stability, such as, right, you need to put down roots, right? Buy a house. This could be buying a house, buying property, leaving a legacy behind, right? Starting a family, right? But this is the card that promises the satisfaction of achieving these things, right? Something worthwhile that will stand the test of time. right? If you're looking at it as just for a 10 of Pentacles, right? That's how I'm just looking at it, like talking about 10 of Pentacles. Yes, for those of you interested, I am going back into doing tarot study. So if you are interested in learning tarot with I have been reading tarot for 35 plus years. 35, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I've been reading specifically tarot for at least 32 years. But I've been reading cards for 35 plus. Because I got my first tarot deck at the age of, I was in the 6th grade. It was 10. It was after my mother had passed away. I was 10 years old. I'm 41. Am I gonna play that hide my age secret like everybody wants to do, because nobody wants to play, everybody wants to play around, guess my age type of thing, because nobody wants to reveal anything about themselves, because that might be too much. I'm being as real as can fucking be. Either way, anyways, it doesn't matter. We usually, like, when I go into the explanation of every card and stuff, I have my own unique take spin on a lot of stuff, and I've been doing this for a very long time. And I've constantly, there's still evolution. Like, I get emotional when I'm talking about it, but it is what it is. Like, I still learn so much about each card, like every single time. Like, you never stop the expansiveness of your sight, as long as you just keep on going too, you know what I'm saying? But either way, I'm just talking about it from the perspective of the 10 of Pentacles, right? We're able to recognize, right? We're able to recognize the value of what we have, right? And feel this deep sense, right, of material, spiritual, and emotional abundance. That your moves that you make are so calculated, meticulous, with precise vision, that you have the security, the stability to make your next move. Bet, right? And I don't know chess terminologies, but like checkmate. Like, I don't know if that's the one you want to get. Checkmate, right? Checkmate, you want to check, right? So it's just like that, right? So and this is beautiful too, because I like this 10 of Pentacles energy, because this is like what you have right now. Let's say even if it's one fucking person, right? Like in the depiction, this picture right here, this couple, this divine partnership, this husband and wife, or whatever the case may be. Right now, what you have, right? Because if we're looking at it from like the 10 of Pentacles perspective right now, right? For those of you tapped into it, whatever it is that you have, is you have support. So even if it's just like one other person, two, like, it doesn't fucking matter. It's like whatever, like, granted, nobody's talking about all the people you lost and dropped and no longer are a part of your life and your world and stuff like that. But we're talking about it from the 10 of Pentacles perspective, that's coming up now during this Mercury retrograde type of chat that we're having right now, right? And this is because, right, when we're talking about it, right, we're simplifying in the name of stress reduction, right, with this Mercury and retrograde type of stuff, right? So this is excellent. I feel like this is so fucking good to have, right? Because our relationships are stable. They're stable and they're fulfilling. Stable, fulfilling, secure. Right? And it's mutually beneficial. That's sovereignty. That's divine partnership, where it's mutually beneficial. So there's a major transition, right, going on from this. Yeah, so there's a major transition, because when you think about it with the 10 of Pentacles and stuff like that, there's a major transition, right, going on from something to something. So from another state of being. So this could be like be from being single to being married, right, from being engaged to being married, right? It's just a positive manifestation. That's how I look at the 10 of Pentacles. This is a positive manifestation. So it's reaching a certain point in your life, when something is coming into complete, right? Because 10 is completion of something, right? Bringing you emotional abundance and material security. This is very auspicious, right? Especially for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in. This Mercury retrograde. I'm telling you, this Mercury retrograde is auspicious for you, right? So there's like certain rules and stuff like that when we have like in retrogrades, like don't go chasing waterfalls, right? Like don't be looking for old people that you left behind, right? Don't be searching for things that like don't be signing certain kind of stuff. Don't like please don't send people nudes. Like unless it's your fucking husband, wife, and all this kind of stuff, like please don't, right? I don't know why that just popped into my head. But that's just like, please don't, right? Especially if it's during this Mercury retrograding kind of stuff. Like, please don't, right? Don't. Don't make assumptions either. Like, really work on your communication, right? If there's one thing that Mercury retrograde teaches us is it's about communication is everything. So just be direct, right? So, and if especially if you're getting intuitive hits, right? So, yeah, so it's just really like don't make assumptions. So yeah, don't make assumptions. I'm just like, I don't know. But yeah, so right, and but this is about tangibility. This is about creating something tangible that you can grasp, that you can have, right? So right, so yeah, so I like this. And then I know that we're like in Leo season too, right? And we're talking like, you know, we're talking like we were looking at that, right? So here, that 10 of swords too. So that 10 of swords, that's killing too. That which you must, right? That which you must to put to an end. So it's putting to the end to something else, right? Putting the end. I just can't talk. Putting to end something else that you had to. It's like a promise of a new beginning too. Because when I think about the 10 of Pentacles, I think about the promise of a new beginning. Wait, but that's not the 10 of Pentacles. Now what the fuck am I looking at over here? Oh my god. 10 of Swords, like the 10 of Pentacles. Right, 10 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Right, so it's making a clean break, right? It's a necessity, right? So it's making a clean break into this 10 of Pentacles, right? So it's a resolution, right, from a painful situation or a solution, right? Changes that just are they're not kind or easy sometimes, but it's a transition and it's there. It's an uneasy process for your progress that's happening, but it's happening here at this time. And that's a good place to be, because what other place would you want to be? So hold on, I want to look at something because we got to start going. Right? But yeah, but when you think about too, like even like with the Queen of Swords popping up, it's courage in adversity. And then like right? So you've been courageous, and then that Leo the lion type, right? New moon type of energy, right? The walrus and the carpenter. The walrus and the carpenter. Look at coming up again, right? The carpenter. So with wisdom, right? The walrus and the carpenter. You are creating, you are building, you are creating something that is of substance, right? In your truth, right? With strength. Because the Queen of Swords is strong, right? um One of her qualities too is of patience and courage in dealing with difficult circumstances. So for those of you that are tapped and turned on, tuned in, it hasn't been fucking easy. I get it, right? So life has its inevitable ups and downs, right? So it's the Queen of Swords, if there's anything that she represents, is wisdom as a result of the difficulty she has gone through. And so it's acquiring these kind of qualities, right? Especially when we go through bad shit or when we have to rise up out of the ashes, right? So it's about becoming more assertive, right? With precision. With precision. I can talk with precision. With precision, right? With precision. With precision. So let's get roasted by the universe, right? Here. And then we're gonna go. Right? So I hope this Mercury in retrograde chat was good for you too. I just feel like, there's a transitioning happening here, right? Revealing to you what you need to know and how you need to do, And I was talking about the deafness, right? So it's like not letting certain things, like being a legend, no more with these trauma bonds, right? Being a legend, no more with these trauma bonds, right? Self-care, right? Handling this oracle with self-care, all right? But what is the roast from the universe that we're going to have at this moment in time? Empath, right? Not letting that get in your way either. Where did I put the... Oh. Okay, let's see what this says. Let's see what this says. Is there a number on there? This was... Sorry. All right. Are you an empath or are you hypervigilant because of all the trauma you endured? Time to find the balance for those hyperextended emotions. Give your nervous system a break right now. You can do so by clearing out those emotions that are not yours to process. Say it with me. I release all that is not mine to carry and return all that which is not my responsibility to hold. I like that. And that's a good release to have for this Mercury in retrograde, right? And so it shall be. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, so here we are, right? Yeah, ridding that which doesn't serve and all the heartbreak too. Getting rid of it, right? That ship has sailed. That ship has sailed. Any heartbreak, any pain, that shit has sailed, right? So let it go, right? Let it go. Let it go, right? Clearing that. So let's let it go, right? Let's let it go. And, right? Let's let it go. So here we are, right? So we have, see, right here, 10, right? On our goals, our direction, our spirituality, right? Right here. Our goals, our direction, our spirituality, our inheritance, we got the number 10. And that means there's a time of birth and new beginnings. Success is coming in your career and in money matters, right? Right? Or if you have any kind of legal action that involves you, right? But here we have 3 5s too, right? So, right? So 5s are all about surprise here, right? So it's about a surprise in your work and service area that's going to bring you happiness, right? So here we have a 2, examine, especially in your finances, examine situations closely. Things may not be what they seem, right? So there might be a sacrifice that needs to be made, maybe some unhealthy spending habits too that might come up this Mercury retrograde that will have to be, you know, just handled with precision. Get into a budget, get into knowing what you're spending your money on and how you're spending it. And if you're spending it frivolously, why? And if you're not spending it at all, why? You get what I mean? Like getting out of your own way. And you know what I mean? So we have here, right? So any kind of misfortune or loss and stuff like that, it's undoing that now, right? It's undoing that. 7, right? Undoing that, right? Because then you become the victim, because that's with a 7, right? Then you become a victim and you don't want to do that either. 5, 10, 15, right? So follow your intuition, especially about false friends, right? Do not be drawn into other people's troubles and stuff like that. Begin no new projects during this Mercury retrograde. Work on what you've already been working on. If you're working on something, continue to work on that, but don't start anything new during this Mercury retrograde time because you're just taxing on for yourself. All right. Well, either way, thank you so much. That's what I have for you guys. Till next time. Come again.